Hey guys, so you've already completed exercise 2, the journals. Now, sorry, I'm getting a call. Hello? Mr. Franz, what's up, bro? Oh, you want to play Fortnite? Oh man, shoot. I'm currently in studio, I'm busy making a movie. Alright, so how about this thing? When I'm finished with the movie, then we can play games. Alright, then we can get a couple of wins. Alright, cool, bro. Chat to you then. Okay, it's awkward. Take 2. Hey guys, so you've already completed the journals for exercise 2. In this video, we will give you step-by-step instructions on how to post those totals in the journals to the general ledger. So let's get straight into it.
So let us get straight into it. We will start off with our trading stock account, and we said that trading stock is an asset. So when we buy trading stock, it is on the debit side, and when we sell trading stock, it is on the credit side. So let us look at our totals. If we see on the far left, our balance for the 1st of March was 118,300. So that goes on the debit side because it's a positive figure for us. Then we bought more trading stock, and the total there is 526,100, and we fill it in that on the 31st of May, our bank account, we found it in the cash payments journal, and we have our total over there. Then we see on the credit side, we have our cost of sales of 444,120. So we then fill that in because now remember we've sold actual goods. So on the 31st, our detail is cost of sales, and it's found in the CRJ, and the total there is 444,120. And then we see our next total, which is 49,000. We then fill that in as well because we've now sold trading stock. But because it comes from the debtors journal, that means we've sold goods on credit. So on the 31st, we fill that in, cost of sales, we found it in the debtors journal, and the total is 49,000. We then need to balance out our trading stock account, and we find there that our new balance for April is 151,280. So that means that on the 1st of April, we will start off our trading stock account with 151,280 rands worth of trading stock. If we then move on to our next account, our debtors control. Remember, we also said that's an asset. So assets, they increase on the debit side. So this is when someone buys from us on credit. And then on the credit side, this is when someone pays off their account. That's why it decreases. So we then first have on the 1st of March, our balance of 24,500. It's a positive balance. Therefore, it is on our debit side. We've then sold some goods on credit, so or to a total of 61,250. So again, we fill that in because someone has bought from us on credit. That's why it's on the debit side. So on the 31st, the detail will be sales, which is found in our debtors journal, and the total there is 61,250. We then look at when someone pays off their account or they start to pay off their debt. This then goes onto the credit side of our debtors control. So we first have a total there of 17,500, and we again fill that in on the 31st of March. Our detail is bank, and it's found in the cash receipts journal, and the total is 17,500 rand. We then need to total and balance these accounts, and we see after balancing that our total going into April will be 68,250. So that means that on the 1st of April, we still have 68,250 Rand worth of debt which needs to come to us. Right, then we get on to our sales account. And remember, we said that sales is owner's equity, so it increases on the credit side and decreases on the debit side. And it's also an income into the business. So we look at transactions where it's either been cash or credit sales. So on the 1st of March, we need to document our balance. And our balance there is 2,224,000. So we add that on the 1st of March. Then we add our totals for the month. So our total for the CRJ, this means that this is cash sales which have come in. And we have a total there of 555,150. So if we post that to the general ledger, so on the 31st of March, using the detail of bank from our CRJ, we have our total of 555,150. But then remember, we also had some credit sales. So the credit sales will be 61,250, and we need to document that in our ledger. So on the 31st of March, we get it from our debtors control account, and it's also found in our debtors journal, and the total there is 61,250. We then just balance that out, and we find our total for sales for the month gets to 2,340,400. So we then move on to cost of sales, and we know that cost of sales is an expense, and it's showing when we are selling our trading stock. So we go on to our balance for the 1st of March is 1,779,200. So we document that on the debit side of our cost of sales account. We then look at trading stock which we have sold for cash, and that total is 444,120. We then document this in our ledger. So on the 31st of March, our details being trading stock. And how do we know that this is a cash sale? Because it is coming from your CRJ. And the total of cash sales is 444,120. And then remember, we've also now sold goods on credit of 49,000. How do we know that this is sales on credit? Well, because it's coming from our debtors journal. So on the 31st, we have trading stock as our details, which we sold on credit from the debtors journal, and the total there is 49,000. We then add up all those figures and we get our total cost of sales of 2,272,320. So here we can now just compare our debtors list and our debtors control just to confirm that we have accounted for all our credit transactions. So we look at all our debtors. We have Miller and October and Pather. We find there that total is 68,250, and this coincides with our total that we have. So there we can see our debtors list and our debtors control in our general ledger have the same figure. So we have accounted for all transactions. So what do we need to do now? Well, now you guys need to post to the bank, to equipment, and to stationery. That you can do by yourselves. You can then go over the PowerPoint again to make sure that you understand what is happening in the general ledger. And then you can also go back to exercise 3 and 4 and use your completed journals to complete, or rather to post to the general ledger for each exercise.
Alright, so this concludes our video on posting to the general ledger. I hope it was valuable. I hope you learned something. We worked hard, so I'm going to play some Fortnite.